did. And because the water at the beach house is so much better, this is all natural, baby. There you go for your little awkward snippet right at the beginning of your replay. Good morning or evening or whenever you're watching the replay. Welcome to Marketing Class. I'm Jess.
Julie.
And
Together we're social client. All right. So we had a lot of banter before. So at some point you should try to join us live. We don't hit record. We've had a lot of banter. So
we obviously had some fun, got real wound up.
Yes. So anyway, today's class. So if you're catching this on replay, we're at the end of August. So our mindset is September planning for social media, promos, marketing, all things. It doesn't have to just be social media. It can be all, everything kind of works together. So email marketing, newsletter, whatever it is. So we're going to take a spin on planning your September. What's the quote? If you
failing to plan is planning to fail. That's my favorite.
Yep.
Is that the one you were looking for, or was I
totally? It is exactly. Nope. That was it. That was. I like to do those. So it sounds so like we've been together. Jess and I have been working together for 8 years now. So I like it when we can like finish each other's sentences.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to set those up every now and again. All right.
Right. And people do business with who? I feel like Jate can finish that one.
Oh my gosh. Who can't finish that one that's ever been on a live? Because that's what I say all the time. So, because it's true. So Joe, I feel like this is your first time here. So people do business with people. You're in e-commerce. So your focus is really on that one person when you are selling, even though you're selling to many. So, and you want to be sort of the face of your brand. So
exactly. So let me just start by saying, obviously, September is the month that in the Northern Hemisphere, because when we first started, I forget this sometimes, that it's not turning to fall for everybody. In the Northern Hemisphere, we're going to turn to fall, but we do have people in Australia and New Zealand. So obviously, we're going to be talking about a lot about fall and the changes of seasons and how you can use that to your advantage to market your stuff. You can do a 180 if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, because it's going to be changing to spring for you. When I went to Australia, I went in the middle of summer and it was the middle of winter for them. And that was very confusing for me to think about that. But from a content standpoint, you're just going to reverse these ideas and strategies. The great thing is that fall and spring and the transition that's happening there is kind of the same. You're going to be marketing and capitalizing off of that transition that's happening, whether it's from warm to cool or from cool to warm or from green to brown or from snowy to sprouts. So that little caveat.
There's a whole lot of like renewal, or like spring for renewal and fall for, so like people are looking forward to that change. So if we can work that in, and especially so like Joe has been talking and she's in fashion. So like that's a huge, although it happens earlier. So like fall, like now Joe's probably winter in winter. So, we're going to do what's appropriate, but think seasonal. So that's what's going to help you with this is like, we're going to think about seasonal, whatever season you're in.
So we've had a couple people, and the way this works, if you're watching this on replay, join us live because we will talk about content ideas specifically for those who show up live with us, and even more specifically for those who will talk with us in the chat about what they do. So Joe sells these amazing, they're called sleeves in the bag, and they're sleeves that you put on. And I love that, and marketing that would be, in my opinion, very fun. Particularly in the month of September, we can look right here. There is no shortage of national days. In fact, there are multiple national days that I could have put in every single day of this calendar that would look really muddied. And Julie would hate it because a lot of them revolve around food, which I love, but she doesn't from a marketing standpoint.
I love food, but from a I try to look at it from a practical standpoint. So,
Right.
but can we
Right.
back up for the new people really quick? Because we have lots of people that join and they don't get to join us live. Sorry, my hair. But we teach on the MVP strategy. And when we're talking national days, they fall in the V, which is visibility. And the reason for putting out those types of posts, and some of the posts we're going to talk about today, is to get engagement, to get comments, to help the algorithm, to show your post to other people, all of those things. So, Jate, I know you've been here forever, but MVP, so like we do motivation, to attract, and then visibility to get people engaged. And then our P posts are present posts. And those are the ones that are so hard and we're going to talk about today. And that's like being the face of your business, sharing the promotions, sharing the things that are going on behind the scenes, all the things that make you real and make people want to buy from you. Okay.
Exactly. So, and that was a perfect recap because the M and the V posts are like give me posts. You should be posting a motivational quote or something inspirational that resonates with your audience nearly every day because it's easy and people love them. Secondly, a visibility post around, a holiday or a season, there's lots of them in September, is great. But the P posts are what we're going to talk about today. And specifically when it comes to showing up live with us to plan your content, we want to talk about the things that are going to make you money. So like what promotions, what specials, what seasonal trends can you capitalize on? So right out the gate, Joe with her sleeves, I don't know if football is a huge thing for you up in New Jersey, but down here, I mean, I probably know 25 women right off the top of my head that would love a little sleeve to take with them to a tailgate.
Right.
So tailgate or coming at some kind of marketing, maybe for a few days. Tailgating day is Saturday, September 2nd. It's right there on the calendar. But we're at the beginning of American football season right now. So I would encourage you, Joe, to do a little marketing campaign around using those specifically in like a tailgating setting and things like that. And then later in the month, you can see, there's Daughter's Day. There's, I believe that September is also like Women's Health and Fitness Day, which today we will circle back to you in just a second. But that's a perfect example of ways that you could kind of highlight the usability and functions of your products and things like that. So Labor Day also is the official end, not the official end, the unofficial end of summer. Be a great time to run like a special. I don't know how much control you have over that, but like 2 for 1 or 20% off or something like that, for the impending cooler weather would be a great, like there's 4 marketing ideas right off the bat there for you specifically, Joe, for your sleeves product. Did you?
Exactly.
I can just talk.
No, I was, and then you got to where I was going. So, but with these, so I always like to start when I'm thinking about the month, because of the promo. Your promo is only supposed to be about 20% of what you do, but it's the most important. All this other content supports people finding you, knowing about you, learning about you, and then you got to sell. You can't stay in business if you don't sell. So a lot of these P's are around that. So I like to start the month with, especially when I do this for clients and things like that, with what are the things in this month. So Jessica's given us a great idea, but there are so many others, and there are going to be ones that are specific to your niche. So most of the time there's something that you can relay. The reason that this is good is because there's hashtags around this that people might, especially fall, like in all the pumpkin spice. I mean, like that's such a thing. How can you capitalize on some pumpkin spice in the planner niche or in the sleeves niche? So think about those trending things as well. And that's why we like to use those holidays to kind of go. And like have some type of contest. I mean, like even if you can't think of anything, and if it's pumpkin spice, like drop your best pumpkin spice recipe for a chance to win the, this, right? Whatever it is.
Absolutely. Joe, make sure that every post you make that has like your products in it this month, use at least, use a lot of hashtags. We suggest 8 to 30. And there are lots of gurus out there that say, "Oh, don't use them all." And hashtags have changed significantly, but I always think, or I always kind of the mindset, like if you're looking for someone to follow, why not look for the overachiever? And to me, using as many hashtags as you can is still beneficial in some way, especially when you're trying to get found. But use the hashtag tailgating hacks, because something like that is unexpected that people might find. And you could even go off topic a little bit to like, um, what would that woman be looking for? Maybe tailgating recipes, tailgating shortcuts, and things like that. Maybe you're not sharing a tailgating recipe, but while she's looking for that, she may see it and think, wow, I need that. So a good way to kind of think about tangentially some ways to be found in terms of hashtags and things that are free, because you can always pay for ads as an e-commerce business as well. So I was wondering, looking at your content that I also subscribe to, thank you very much. It looked like you promote 3 posts a day.
That falls in that MVP strategy. So we follow that motivation. Again, it's non-selling, just a good way. You can bring them in line with what, whatever your niche is. Visibility, same thing, is to get the thing. And then the biggest thing is that third one is promotion. I do want to say we do promote 3 posts a day. We do feel like on some platforms, 3 posts a day are a lot of times. Jess, have been meaning to talk to you about this. It's like when we're thinking about this, almost everyone's market is on Facebook. Okay. So for me, that 3 posts a day is more in looking at converting Facebook traffic than anything else. Instagram, you can get away with 1 post a day. Literally, you can. So you're going to want to test things. Some people post 5 times a day. Some people post whatever, but we're giving you that formula that you can use to attract, engage, and convert people into, or connect with people to get them to spend money with you, basically.
Exactly. And I think Julie is absolutely right there. And your social plan is kind of meant to be like the rescue recipe, right? And the MVP is meant to be like the rescue recipe. So for someone who has no engagement and they have no idea where to start, MVP comes in and it makes it very approachable, undaunting. Okay, motivation, visibility. If you can do nothing else, when people come in and they start posting that M&V content, they put a little ticker on the map. They put themselves on the map, and then they can start working in those P posts. And just a reminder that we don't suggest a promotional post every day. Those P posts may look like, a testimonial. Yeah, or a behind the scenes, or a little snapshot of you doing some bookkeeping or something for your business.
Little tips.
Yeah,
with whatever.
and
So
then
their presence and promo. So
and then once, maybe twice a week, you would do a, here's the benefits of this and here's where you go buy it. But yeah, the MVP, it's not so much 3 posts a day every single day if you want to be successful, or else it's, if you have no idea where to start and you just feel like you're about to quit, this is the rescue recipe for effortless social media growth. So, but thank you for bringing that up, because we do get that question quite a lot.
Right. So just because there are 3, you could do one a day and do an M, and then tomorrow do a V, and the next day do the P, if that's what is working on your channels. So, and it is going to be different per channel as well. And we have some people that follow the MVP that are in our program. They will completely take the motivation that we have, that's a static post, and they will use it and make a reel that's they're following the motivation, and it be completely different on their Instagram. And they're just like, so today I had this inspiration to blah, 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 and it's totally tuned into their niche. It doesn't have to be, because you're just trying to capture people out there that don't already know about you. Okay. And thank goodness, we haven't talked about this either, but thank goodness Facebook Meta has come back now with suggested posts. For so long, if someone didn't follow you, then you just didn't have a chance to be seen. So now with suggested content that has made its way back, it's such an amazing thing. You can have a viral post that gets shown to, whoever Facebook deems would be your target market. Okay. So that's why the M's are important, to get eyeballs on your content. Right. Exactly. So, but today we're trying to it is strategy MVP, and we do want you to be really thinking about that strategy, but the P's are so hard. We might have to do another P next week, but the P's are so hard for people to get their head wrapped around, as we want to give you ideas for September. So
exactly. So let's bring it back in.
Wait a second. Jate says they suggest me to me, which is awesome, because you are your target market. So yeah, that's great. And it means that your content is gaining really. Yeah, exactly. So that's great.
All right, so let's bring it back into September content planning. We're going to hit up Jo just a little bit more with some of these ideas, and then we're going to move on to the other people who are commenting. Sherry and Jate are commenting as well. So, Jo, Daughter's Day is also in this month, which I think is really good. Anytime you have a Mother's Day or an opportunity that's a holiday built around women, that is a good opportunity to sell these sleeves, which are made for women. I'm not trying to be discriminatory there, but she said her product is for women. So Daughter's Day, you could do a BOGO or a special. And in terms of maybe not even just doing a straight promo, you could invite in a way how to you want to be careful about saying tag your daughter in the text for sure. But you could put out some content that kind of celebrates that, who would need to use these type things. So I think I did a really poor job of describing that, but visually I can see it in my head. I just can't get it out. Julie.
A picture of a mother-daughter, and
if you have a mother-daughter, if you have a picture of a mom and a daughter wearing those sleeves together, that would be the perfect opportunity to put that out there.
I want to say, Jess mentioned the tag the daughter. So that is an important strategy. You have to be careful how you do it.
Do it in the image, not the text.
Yes, because it's engagement baiting. And even in the image, they can get you. They don't want you to really say that, but you see it all the time. So,
and sometimes it is effective.
I was going to say, I would try it and see what kind of engagement you get from it. I don't know how monitored it is right now, but it's not going to get your page shut down or anything. So, it's, you can just say, I'm trying to think of a creative way to say tag without saying tag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to stay away from tag and share, just because the algorithm's looking for it. The AI is looking for it. So anyway, so share is, you just said that. So, I almost would really just go on and just say,
just try it. Yeah. Cause it's not near as penalizing, it seems, as it used to be. It's hard because we talk about this quite a lot too. Social media is ever changing. which is why we're in business, because it's really hard to keep a pulse on it. So we do that for you, but you can try it because they have kind of relaxed some of those rules. I mean, even your social plan Daughter's Day, it has tag her in the image, because we're going to try it out this month and see how it goes, and if that doesn't work, then the design will be a little different for the next time one of those come around.
If you keep in mind that Facebook Meta is trying to get all platforms, it doesn't matter the platform, TikTok, Instagram, they all are trying to keep you on the platform for as long as possible. That's number one why the suggested content has come back up, and is because it's keeping people on, especially with Reels. And you can play Reels over and over and over, and it's a time suck, but it is effective and is working for them. So I feel like the engagement on those posts will outweigh. Anyway, so okay. So again, when thinking about your month, what are anything else for my brick and mortar people? So I don't like, or if you have a team, like think about anniversaries and birthdays too. Anything that's celebratory that you can put out there with people, because their friends will see it, especially if you tag them in that post. So it's like, Jess is celebrating 8 years. I need to put that out, Jess. It's coming up.
October.
Yep. So, something like that. So think about those types of things as well, where you can actually tag people that matter in that. Be careful not to tag too many, too fast. The AI, their bots will get you for that too. But tagging people, having a reason to tag someone else is a great thing. So
for sure. All right. So let's go on just to make sure we give everyone some time. If we have more time at the end, then we'll come back and do even more. Planners and productivity. I'm not sure, Shirley. I'm not sure, Sherry, if you just have like an annual planner. I need to go look. But if you do planners and productivity, you probably have a variety of planners. Maybe you have like even a monthly planner or a blank planner. If you don't have a holiday planner, I would certainly look into bringing one of those out real quick, because I would even be interested in that as a mom of two who's also running a couple businesses now. But this is a busy time of year. Back to school, September. I didn't really mention it here because we talked so much about back to school in August, but September is still very much a back to school buzz month. So
the whiplash of it, it's like the effect of the kids are back in school. And like I used to love, so my kid's 24 now. So, but when he would go back to school, I loved it because it was like a clean window for me. Like it was like, okay, I'm back in my schedule. I'm dressing up every day and I'm going to the office. So it was back pre-COVID when we had an office. But anyway, it was that starting point. So when you're in the planner business, everyone is like about like whatever the thing is. So obviously New Year's is like in a whole year planner is a big deal, and monthly planners are a big deal, but also around back to school and whatever it is. So coming up with like thinking about how your target customer is feeling right now and coming up with so for back to school, it's like if you're selling to mompreneurs or just moms in general, what are they focusing on right now? Like, do they need the how to clean your house in 10-minute, planner? I don't know what it is, but think about where their mindset is, because your marketing is about them, not you. Okay. So you always want to think about where your target market is.
Yeah. Sherry, drop your link if you can, if you're
are you on Etsy? We've been revitalizing our Etsy store. Woo.
Yeah. But Labor Day, it doesn't matter what niche you're in. Labor Day is a perfect time. I mean, Costco, Walmart, they do Labor Day sales. Amazon. You can just it's one of those holidays that is like, just have a sale. So first of all, anyone who's watching this on replay or who's maybe here not speaking up, just do a Labor Day sale and a first day of fall. Those are two that every business out there will do some kind of special for. American
I
Business
like
Women's
Chisel.
Day. I like a planner or productivity special kind of built around that as well, just because I think everyone in business could use more clarity and planning and better use of their time. What
I'm
else you
gonna
got?
go look. So hold on.
All right, Jate. I'm going to talk to Jate because I know she's been here and it's natural. It's easy for me. Tailgating is also Jate. You're in New York, so I don't know how much football is a part of your life, but football is huge here in the South. So you may think that there's not really a market for that because you don't see it. But trust me when I say millions and millions and millions and millions of people are into tailgating and like football parties and things like that. So
And the
to
difference
take,
between pro and college.
yeah.
College, wherever you are, like in the South,
Hmm.
it's like college football rather than pro. I mean, and pro, but it's college dominates. So know where your target market is, that your message to them might be different from where you are, because now with social media you can sell all over the world, right? So think
Exactly.
about, again, what's where they are and how you have to reach them.
So let's talk about some presence building things that Jate could do specifically for tailgating. Um, Tailgating is heavy, let me tell you, from someone who is health conscious, fitness conscious. It is really hard to go to a tailgate and maintain um, your composure, if you will. So, from a presence building standpoint, Jate, I see for you like the opportunity several times a week in September and October. You should put out like a light tailgating recipe or a tailgating survival tips or something like that where a fit and fabulous woman can go to a tailgate and take this dish. Maybe it's like a lightened up buffalo chicken dip that she did in her crock pot. Um, she can take this dish and know that she has something that she can eat that's not centered around pork belly, pork belly, ribs, and banana pudding. Okay. So that right there would be a perfect example of presence building content that's not sales. That kind of content is going to help people find Jate and say, oh, this girl is speaking my language. And then she comes in on Labor Day and she's offering 20% off of her moringa powder that is going to help you get energy and clearer skin, healthier body all around. Those things, that's a give me sale as well. First day of fall, you could do like a summer clearance, which by the way, you don't actually have to be clearing anything to run a summer clearance sale. That would be a perfect thing to do in that quiet week, Monday the 11th. I would stay away from, actually, I realize that September 11th, I would not market on September 11th.
I was
But
just about to say that. Can we
September
take a
12th to 18th. Hold on just a second. Let me finish my thought and then the floor is all yours. That quiet week there in the middle of the month, that would be a perfect time for everyone who's watching this to do some kind of summer clearance sale where you are getting rid of, summer vibes, summer inventory to welcome the fall in. And that can be done just by calling it a summer clearance or a get ready for fall, and you offer a simple coupon.
Exactly. And as Jess realized as she was going through this, I was about to wait because I wanted to bring it up. When you're glancing and looking at your calendar and you're first starting, you want to think about, so obviously every year 9/11 is a day of a memorial, a terrible day in history. So you want to be cognizant of that and really try to plan your promos around, like, not on that day. But be sure to have some type of remembrance or whatever. If you're in the US now, if you're somewhere else or whatever, that is fine. But here in the US, you want to take a look at those things. Also,
Yeah.
like more, like, even though we're talking about September, but Memorial Day, like people have Memorial Day sales, and there's a lot of people that get bent out of shape because they are making Memorial Day be the kickoff to summer and whatever. And that holiday is actually in memory of, our fallen soldiers, and that it sort of takes away from that. So think about those things when you are planning, in your months. Okay. We're specifically talking about September. So September 11th is one of those.
Exactly.
So,
in the future, I might put like that, just put like a very gentle line through it, just kind of as a note. Hey, don't put anything blatantly marketing on this day. Because that Memorial Day, Veterans Day, there are a few really sacred. And then also like your real family focused holidays like Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day. You'd want to wait until midnight. If you have to do the Black Friday thing, you don't want to market directly on Thanksgiving.
right.
Jate, oh, go ahead.
So this comes into play too when, so we have a lot of people that have created a lot of P posts, and we have Socially Sweet, the dashboard, and they will load up a queue. And, if your queue, whatever happens to run on a Tuesday, and whatever happens to be falling, you need to just check the month and make sure, like if you have a holiday that shouldn't, check your queues too, or check your automation, we'll put it that way, to make sure, that those are taken care of. Okay, go ahead.
Exactly. Oh, Jate made a really great comment here I want to speak to. She says she hears about it. She's talking about American football, not the circular, but American football. But she is a soccer and a tennis fan. She's not personally a football fan. That's great. I just want to kind of like re-empower you. It doesn't necessarily matter if you're a football fan. People who will buy your stuff are football fans. So you just putting that content out there, some healthy recipes, some tailgating lifelines for those aspiring to be healthy and fit. Just think about it like a different spin on a holiday, like how to go to a holiday party without totally ruining your progress. It's the same thing, except for, and this is where football season in its entirety this is a great time of year for you to put that content out there, because it happens on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of every single week, all the way through till the end of the year. Yeah. So that content will be relevant for you for a very long time. Tailgating day is the second, but that's just like the kickoff of tailgating season. So that's a wonderful content idea for you that's going to keep giving and giving and giving and giving.
And so for everyone on the replay and here, Jate has been with us a long time, and she is now being the face of her business. She is very much like, she has really gotten great at social media. So where I want to open up and give you a little bit of insight here, Jate, we just stated that you might not be into football, but your target market, most certainly, some of them will be. So how you can make it relevant to you, because you are the face of your business, is you can say, I might not do football. What am I missing? Or, like, why? I don't know. But just to address the fact that you don't typically watch football, but that your market does, or your clients. So I thought you could use this recipe, blah, blah, blah. So you can address the fact, to make it more relevant to you, because I know that's how your marketing is going now, because that's really what we all strive to do, is to be the face of our business. And you were doing a good job with that. So I think to make it authentic, this is where I'm trying to go with this, to make it authentic to you, you can say, I don't watch football, but I know a lot of you do. So I decided that you probably could use this. Here you go. And don't come off the wagon just because you're watching football.
I love the idea of speaking to a persona too. So you have my permission to say, my friend Jess, she says that every time she goes to a tailgate, which is all the time, it's a struggle. So I came up with this. And this is a great opportunity to batch too. Like if you come up with 10 of them, you load them up, and you've got, I would put that sucker out on a Thursday so that people have time to kind of look at it and be like, oh man, I'm gonna do this recipe to take it to my tailgate. Because if you're into college football, that tailgate's on Saturday. If you're into pro football, it's probably going to be on Sunday.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be the recipe. It can be tips to be like when they go to the tailgate, because it's like a spread most of the time. I mean, it's not, it's like rotel cheese dip.
It ain't no fruit tray.
And crab dip with, like it's calories galore. Like, and I love it. So it's like, give them tips on how to not like break their calorie bank. I don't know if you count calories, but you know what I'm saying? Like you can still tailgate, just do it the right way. Here are a few tips to help stay on track, whatever. Yeah.
All right. So Jate gets the tailgating. So let's go on to a different holiday for her, and we'll circle back to planners for just a few minutes and do wrap up. But like coffee day, I get it that you do the moringa thing. So you can embrace coffee day if you like coffee and that it works for you. But you could also do it's coffee day. After today, you should try swapping your coffee for moringa in the mornings. And here's why. And you can talk about things like that, or the benefits of moringa over coffee, or what moringa has in common with coffee. Because I am a believer that coffee can be very healthy for you, as long as you're not loading it up with pumpkin spice syrup and whipped cream on top. But moringa is healthy too. I'm also a huge matcha fan. So kind of using this, all about using this idea of like creating a content calendar and monthly content planner is all about being relevant to the current season and playing off those trends. So,
right. To bring your product into whatever it is. So like sorry, go ahead. I was just saying, there's a delay for us if you wonder why this is happening. Go, Jess.
Okay, so I just want to clarify real quick. Coffee day, everyone should be talking about it a little bit, because Friday, 9/29 is American National Coffee Day. Sunday, October 1st is International Coffee Day. So if you were ever going to talk about coffee, do it between Friday, September 29th and Sunday, October 1st.
All right. I have a spin for everyone that's like in e-commerce, Joe, or, Sherry too, like whatever. If you think I can't make coffee work why does it have anything to do with it? Okay. Make something that it's National Coffee Day. Everyone that comments gets thrown into I'm going to, get a $50 Starbucks card or a $10 Starbucks card, something like that. That will get tremendous engagement. No, it's not necessarily working on your product, but it's getting the engagement, which is part of the MVP. So it is helping. Okay. But
coffee and planner in hand.
Yeah. So take a picture. So user generated content is huge. So you can ask for them with their planner and a cup of coffee to tag themselves in a picture, and they all get, entered into a drawing or something like that. You have to be careful with that though. Like if you do a contest, there's no purchase necessary, anyone can be entered to win, whatever. So there's some rules for contests. But
that saying, coffee in one hand, confidence in the other. You could do a spin on that. Coffee in one hand, Sherry's amazing XYZ planner in the other.
Yeah. Right.
And stage it. I mean, Libby, oh my gosh. Julie is talking about like user generated content, but sometimes that can be a little laborious, especially if you're doing like a last minute post. Sherry, I don't know if you have kids, or it can even be yourself, like stage a picture, go get your neighbor to hold a cup of coffee and, one of your planners, and boom, or mock it up in Canva.
Right. for
Fake
sure.
that. Fake
But
that.
with user and generated content, I'm saying to ask them,
Mhm.
your audience, to drop a picture of them. So you drop one and then say, I want to see yours. Like, what's your coffee cup look like? You know, show me your favorite coffee cup and planner.
Love it.
It's okay if it's not your planner. Okay. So we have people too that like get all bent out of shape. Like, I don't want some other person's planner showing up on my thing, on my feed or whatever, but I think that's fine.
Yeah,
So,
you do. Yeah, you
yeah.
do. And finally, Joe.
Oh,
what are we gonna do? Go
so
ahead.
hold on. I want to go and say that, so that like national, National Day calendar, we need to get back to like listing all these for you. You can go there, but there's days kind of like the coffee day that are just encouraging days, like National Hugs and High Five Days and National Day of Encouragement. Those things,
That is in September. I left it off because I was like, yeah.
yeah.
I'm
So
gonna control
there's
it.
like, yeah. So there's lots of others that you can take a creative spin on.
It's September
Even
12th, for those of you who want to make a little note. National Day of Encouragement, September 12th.
yeah. So it's like, you know, like again, we're talking about these in the spirit of presence and promo posts, but anything that gets engagement is going to help them see your other posts. Okay. And if you can totally tie it into somehow selling your product, great. You know, or promoting your product, great. But if not, I still say, you know, to when you're planning your month, think about these. I was
Yeah,
looking to see.
in your social plan, the content for September, we do have a post for National Day of Encouragement, and it is what is the most encouraging thing someone has ever said to you. So taking that kind of spin on it, while no, it's not as mass appeal as National Coffee Day, which by the way, we also did put a post in there for that. But it is a way to get someone to comment with you around the national day that it is.
Yeah, so. There's National Guacamole Day that is September 16th for Jete. Mm-hmm. If you are, it's high protein, whatever, you know, so you can totally give a recipe or whatever you want to do, but work that in where it works into your fitness plan.
It would be a super healthy thing to take to a tailgate that you knew what was in it.
Right. Yep.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm going to share it. So this is National Day. We are not an affiliate. They don't have an affiliate program, or we could be like billionaires, I swear.
Right. National Parent. Wait, where'd that go? I lost it. National Working Parents Day. Sherry and her planners. If you have something that works for a working parent, that's a perfect segue to be like, hey, shout out to all my working parents out there, blah, 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 you know, and then say this planner can help you get 50% off today. I don't know, whatever it is. But you want to think about, you know, the national days are, you know, you have a hard time relating to your business until you sit down and try to batch it. That's why I like to think about them at the beginning of the month and not like on the day of it's time to post. I'm looking at, you know, like Jete could do National Dance Day, which is September 17th. You know, it could be like, who doesn't love to dance and you get the fitness value out of it? Well, here's a quick routine if you're a dancer, whatever.
For sure. So I just dropped the link to the September blog too, because there's more ideas there. And then was it Sherry?
I got one more for Jete. I'm sorry. Let me real quick. So because it's the absolute backwards thing to think about, but National Cheeseburger Day. Okay. But Jete's take on this again can be, you don't always have to skip the cheeseburger. Today, it can either be like, it's okay to fall off the wagon every now and again, or here's a healthy take on it, or whatever. So you can think about the ones that you would think, never would I post about a cheeseburger, but you can do it totally. So, okay.
And then I was just going to go grab the collection that Sherry's asking. Do you have any trainings on starting a Facebook business page and how to promote it? She's cut down her personal Facebook a lot, and she wants to change her name to a branded name with planner in it. Yes, actually, and this is very timely because we just put all of our Take Action trainings up for sale individually, or you can buy them. Let me see if I can find you that 50. If you want all 50 of them, let me see if I can remember what that. It's $197 in the store.
Series. Take Action. Dashes in
No,
between it.
no, that's a, yeah. Hold on.
Oh no, it's not. Maybe it's Take Action.
So the link I just dropped, Sherry, you can browse all 50 of them that are separate. You can buy them all together, which is 50 of them. And that there's like 6 of them that are on marketing on Facebook specifically. And we do cover the business page versus personal page. I made a coupon. I was going to go ahead and give you another $50 off. And I'm trying to find it. So just a minute. If you're interested in buying all of them at once, then that brings it to $147.
Yeah. And there's 50.
Yeah,
we did. Wow. We covered. Jate was there for that. And that's why Jate is the face of her business to now, I think.
Sorry, Jate. Yeah, I think she was there for just about every single one of them. And that was awesome. Let's see. Where is the all-in-one?
I'm getting it.
Because when you drop it, I have a coupon code. I'm almost.
It is products. Take Action training series.
Okay, you gonna type that in?
Oh, here, I'll drop it for you. Sorry, I'm on the wrong page here.
So just to clarify, Sherry, you can buy a couple at $7 a piece, or you can buy all 50 of them right there at the link Julie just dropped for $147 if you use that code. So, which we were going to send an email and offer that code, but we haven't done it yet because we were going to let everyone buy it at $197. But since you're a Success Club member, we like to try and make sure that you guys get the best deals, the first deals, etc. So if you're interested in all of them, they're right there. And they are self-paced, so you can watch 10 at once, or you can watch 1 a week. But I think this was a really good content planning session. I would love your feedback on what would you like to see next. Is like if we were to do like more, maybe next month, this time we talk about October planning. What kind of design work, or what are
I say let's plan to do whatever the week is before the next month. Let's do this, so I have it set, and then we'll use the new planner that I'm talking about. We'll have this will come too, when we the national days that sort of work for everyone. We'll put more on there, and then how to do that. But other than that, what else would support you in making content? Because that's what Success Club, we want to try to, it doesn't have to be content either. It can be just general marketing. But if anybody has anything, we're open to suggestions.
Yeah, we always give those of you who show up live with us priority. What would you like for us to talk about next week or the next? So we have no shortage of topics we could cover. But if there's something that you would like, we want to be there for that. So,
and if you're on replay, you can leave that in the comments. We will see it, or you can come to chat and just click the chat.
All right. Jate's typing. So we'll let her hit enter, and then we'll.
Hopefully she's got us a great topic for next week. Yes. We have backups, but we would like to tune them for the people that are going to be live. And we always have people on here that don't talk. So for you lurkers, you can at least say hi and give us your whatever your niche is. You don't have to talk, but if we knew your niche, that would be helpful.
For sure.
Because then we can give you some pointed ideas. So, but yeah, you can almost work any national day into something for your business. I guarantee you. I may need some time to actually do the creation of ideas we get. Not sure if that's something that can happen during the call, but I sometimes don't get back to the implementation. Yeah. That's what, so this was supposed to be, like we used to do hour-long trainings. They're supposed to be 30 minutes so that you have 30 minutes to implement. We have fallen off the wagon with that.
Look, we'll do a Canva training next week. Julie's been bugging me about it. We'll do it.
Yeah, let's do a Canva training. And Jate, we will give thought to that. We'll also dial these back a little bit so that you do have some, because we used every bit of today. I'm so sorry. Because that is, so there's people that are always in planning mode. My son tends to be this way. He's always thinking about what he's going to do, what he's going to do, what he's going to do instead of taking action to do it. That's the whole reason the Take Action series was made, is to actually do the one little thing and get the win to go. So we will think about that for actually content creation. And maybe we'll have maybe we'll have a class where I actually do it together. All right, here's our topic today. Y'all be co-working, do the thing, and we can talk about it. And then you can show your work.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds like homework.
High level monthly planning strategy is what Jate puts out. I like it. Yeah.
Me too. All right.
High level is a lot easier. So let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful week.
You too.